Today's, advice video is about Batman Superman game. You might wonder, Batman Superman game is called wingman game. This is a new style I'm introducing to the world. You've never heard of this style before. Of course, with night game, you have heard of wingman. You winging with a wing in night game. But for day game, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You can't actually play this style of game with a wingman, can you? Actually, you can. Now explain. So what is Batman Superman game? And what is, I don't see anyone online right now. So if I'm talking to nobody, it'll just become an advice video. Let's get to it. Let's not waste fucking time. So what is Batman Superman game and what is wingman game? I wrote a few notes. First of all, the very first step, I'm going to give you all the steps. Hey man, what's up? Hey guys, I'm going to write, hey guys. I'm giving you guys a lot of advice and I don't ask much in return. Yeah, thanks man. I don't ask much in return. And all I ask for you guys is to get Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero if you are Indian or you're Asian. Because this is the secret behind the game. Social skills is not more persuasion skills. That's the sponsor today. I'm going to try to get this product in everyone's fucking hands. Because it's my moral obligation to sell them on the best product. That's this. The thing is that I'll be talking about Batman Superman game. So the very first thing you need to do, and I wrote down notes so I could tell you exactly step by step. And I'm going to give you a lot of value. All I'm asking in return is that more people will get Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero. Okay? Maybe I'll make a deal or something for this month because it's raining a lot. It's raining. I'm going to open some lights here so you can see me better. All right. So what exactly is Batman Superman game? It's very simple. I'm dressed like Bruce Wayne today, like Batman. Today is the day that Joker movie comes out, actually. You know, the Joker movie comes out today. So it's a perfect time to make this video. Now let's begin. The very first step is that you must, if you're traveling, you want to go for Airbnb. You want the pole location in the middle of the fucking city. Wherever you're day gaming, you have to get there in less than 5 to 10 minutes. So the more closer you are, the easier it is to pull because it's Airbnb. And that's the first secret of this style of game. Take down notes. For all the other people watching this video, grab a notepad or something. Like a notepad. And just fucking take notes. Because even I have a notepad and I take notes whenever I study. And I call it action steps. Get some notepads. From now on, all the videos, because there's a lot of videos, a lot of advice. Okay? A ton of advice. A lot of lives. There's so many gold nuggets that you guys are missing. So the very first thing, once you get the poll location, that's great. Set everything up for the poll. Because you'll be walking them all in there. The second thing you need to focus on is you need to get a wingman with different abilities or attributes. You guys have seen in the chart, looks, money, status plus game. The chart is 20 out of 35. How can you get 20 out of 35? It seems very hard. But if you have two people like a wingman and they all have different sort of attributes, you can get over that line of 20 out of 35 very easily. When I was in Europe, I was playing this Batman Superman game because I arrived and here's a camera pointed at me or I record both the interactions. Of course, we did not day game in Berlin because we didn't live in Berlin. That location is top secret, but it's much easier. It's much, much easier. So in case the whole thing looks like an illusion, I'm not going to reveal what that location is because I'm not here to hurt people. I'm not here to hurt people, but we were not in Berlin when we played Batman Superman game. We did use it a little bit for the 2 days I was there to pick up the in-ear coaching equipment before we went to London, England. So once you get the thing, you need to have two attributes. For example, I was the shorter one, but I was more of the pretty boy type. So my attribute would be the face. But I was not very tall. I was like 5'7". So the other guy makes up for it for the height. You mean you do not want? No comment. I'm not here to hurt anyone. So that's just, but I'm just talking about Batman Superman game. So from now on, I just refer that as credit stealer Wayne. So having said that, like I said, I'm not here to start trouble, and I don't even care. 5'10" is a great height in Germany. So basically, how does the game work? Batman, Superman. The other guy is taller than 5'10". I can assure you that, but I'm not going to reveal the height. Having said that, how does this whole game work? The very first thing you do is that you got two different wingmen. Now that you got your Airbnb for the newer people here in the middle of the city, then your wingman has to have different attributes. So for John Wayne at the time, or John Elite, now I have the face. Although I'm a little bit fat now because I ate like nonstop and weightlifting a lot more. So my attribute that adds to the score is the face. The other guy adds the height. But since I'm Asian and my natural status is 1 out of 10, and Europe is crossed off the chart. The other guy looks black, right? So now the natural status is 8 out of 10. So the height, the muscles, plus the face, and John Elite is more of the, the Todd Valentine of the, people. He's more of a technical gamer. So I handle all the technical stuff. He handles all the emotional, intelligent stuff, the connection, the stuff that Asian men cannot handle. So you want to find a wingman that has similar attributes. For example, if you have two Asian guys who are completely negative stereotypes with bad hair and everything, you will kill this whole attribute chart because it's about filling in the gaps that you're missing. So if you have two nerdy fucking Asian guys or two chubby Indians who are just dressed fresh off the boat, I guarantee you this Superman Batman game will not be Superman and Batman. It'll be like Penguin and Penguin. Okay? It'll be Penguin, a fat, chubby. Yeah, the bow ties to look like Bruce Wayne for today because the Joker movie is coming out today. Watch it, guys. It's against the social justice warrior fucking snowflake cunts. So I'm going to watch it very soon. So the bow tie is just to represent a Bruce Wayne kind of look out. Put in the thumbnails. So having said that, you always want to get someone who's taller, someone who looks black, like Credit Stealer Wayne, or Latino, like my old roommate. My old roommate also played this Superman Batman game with me. And the thing is that we both have a good face. And there's a huge fucking tactical advantage against women. If we both have a good face, he's 6 foot tall, then it makes the game a lot easier. Fuck, it's not. Okay, it makes the game a lot easier. So having said that, cope, darken, all this. It's not cope. I mean, fucking, I'd use it. I don't have time for faggots. Okay. Anyways, let's continue. So having said that, okay. Having said that, now that you have two attributes. So one guy is that light-skinned Latino guy. He's really Indian. Like I told you in that Looks, Money, and Status video. If somebody looks Indian, they look Latino. They're treated as a Latino person. And my old roommate right now, sorry, got a cough. He is in Mexico. And nobody has ever assumed he's not Mexican or Latino. So whatever race you look like, you'll be treated like that race. If you're a tall black, treat like a tall black. How do I know this? Do you know from which country am I born? Women don't know. Because in Europe, they don't travel. They don't have money. I'm from the place where Yoga is born. She has no fucking clue. Just black. Yoga, I don't know. Kama Sutra. Oh, India. Yes. No, that's a fucking black person. Let's just not fucking lie to ourselves. And every single time, every fucking 100 women will eventually guess it. And she's probably part Indian. So having said that, black SMV with the Asian SMV. Pretty boy face. No face. Tall height, muscles. So you want to find a wingman that has different attributes. Ideally, if you're Asian or Indian, you want to dress whitewash in this kind of game. And you want to get the tallest, most socially, white fucking person you can ever fucking find, or a tall black guy, or a tall Latino, because these are positive stereotypes. And these are the only type of students that credit stealer Wayne can get laid in his videos and boot camps. He can't get like short Asians. He may like, John, you're one of the testimonials. I was like, dude, I'm a fucking Daygame instructor for 4 years. I'm a professional before I joined that company. It's like not even fucking fair. So, my God, I used to teach Justin Wayne's game at the same time he did. And Justin Wayne knew it. I was stealing his fucking field testing his game. But at the same time, I was like, oh shit, there's another Wayne. It's like wait, he's black or something. Wait, he's not black? What race is this guy? He's brown as shit. He's in Germany, or what the fuck? He says he's Indian. Okay. I guess it's like that. Nobody knew I was fucking Indian. So having said that, you need to find a wingman who's different. I'm repeating myself. So whatever weaknesses, so the next step is to pass off the torch. That means if you are good at no PUA for my blood. No, fuck yourself. No PUA for my. Actually, I'm not sure who this is, but whatever. Is Daygame in Germany without wingman? No, it's not tough. If you watch my last video about Germany, Germany is the easiest place in the world to Daygame next to Thailand. Watch that video. I'll put a fucking link. Like, just watch that video. Are you fucking kidding me? Germany is the easiest fucking place in Europe because of socialism. Because of socialism, everything's survival and replication value. So therefore, because everyone's in a job center and everyone's on welfare, and university is free, the women already had their money taken care of. Because they had the money taken care of, they're just down to fuck. In the whole country, they don't tell you this secretly. Look at all the videos. All the women are actually secretly hipsters. The whole Germany is full of goddamn fucking hipsters. So I'm going to put a link below to that German video, because people like you who don't have the fucking time to watch it. So right over here. They're hipsters and they're easier. They're into minorities. And even refugees and stuff. They're into the conquering tribe. Let me ask you a question here. Okay, close that. So that's the link to the video. You can watch it later, guys. Germany is the easiest in the world. Like for Europe, by far. Berlin, because it's hipsterville. Socialism. Other places are not as easy, but let's continue. So you want to pass off the baton. So for example, if one-year wingman is more emotional, he'll be doing more of the connection. So in the beginning, maybe you're better at opening. For example, if I'm younger looking, I can open younger women. You can choose to have two people open that at the same time, or guys, stop fucking dropping off and watching the video. Stop being cunts. The younger one, looking one, will go for the younger women, and the other guy would join later on. So the other guy would join later on, but you can approach at the same fucking time in the beginning. So Batman, Superman game, it depends on the women. The country we're really at, we just both approach them at the same fucking time. Now we have both attributes, and she has to deal with two Daygamers. Whenever a person, for example, I'm not very emotional, so I'll be passing off the connection part to credit stealer Wayne. And the other guy, but I'll be dealing with more of the objections, dealing, insta-dating and stuff like that. I'm more of the technical Daygamers. And in the clips, I'm not going to post them because the location don't want to be revealed. But you'll see the location that both of us are daygaming at different times. So if this is a baton, for example, you're running with it. Okay, you're stuck. There's a wall. You pass off the baton to the next guy. Now he grabs the baton. Now he's daygaming her. Now he's focusing in attention. He's stuck. Can you join it? Okay, now the next. You see that? You see what I mean? Oh, I'm stuck here. Okay, build a connection here. Run, forward. Okay, now you build a connection here. Now pass it off. Oh, fuck. You're stuck at the insta-date. No, I'll take care of it. I'm more the objections dealing technical Todd Valentine of the company. I'll take care of it. Okay, now she's moving. Blah, blah, blah. You build comfort. I'll take objections again. Get her in the room. I'll take care of it. So it kind of like passes back and forth. Does that make sense, guys? So this is what you want to do with your wingman. And I'm giving you a lot of advice here, a lot of value. I want every one of you guys to buy Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero. Every single one of you who are Indian or Asian, because you need the social skills. Because everything is social calibration, social skills. The game we're talking about, and also emotional intelligence. The playbook deals with the game and emotional intelligence. For the upper part, which is the social calibrations and social skills, which makes it easier. That's how I get all the testimonials. I got 99% of the testimonials from the old company. Yo, what's up? So you kind of mix them together. So once you got the passing off the baton, that's what you do. You both try to pull her home. So I'll get her inside the place because, like I said, when you get Airbnb, you're 5 or 10 minutes away anyways from what we call the city center in Europe. City center. So you are just, it looks like the fucking PUA group, not PUA group, but the looks maxing groups or the faggot incels are back. So I'm gonna actually get rid of all the incels from my channel, because last time they invested in my channel, it kind of it wasn't good. So let's get rid of these motherfuckers. I don't have time for sociopaths or Asperger syndrome. You know, the guys who have no, like, fucking autistic fucks like you guys. The mental cells. The mental cells. Go fuck yourselves. So fuck you, mental cells. Anyways. All right, I don't have time for this. So having said that, are Eastern, Northern all considered 10 out of 10 SMV, or which region is different? They're all 10 out of 10. If you're white, you can go to any country in Europe, any country in the United States, any country in Asia, and still get your dick sucked just by being white. So no matter what they say, all the dating coaches who are white all have 10 out of 10 SMV despite their height. It's only their height and their fucking looks that stops them. So the guys who are taller will get more lays usually and better looking. So for white people, they live in a fantasy world. They don't know what it's like to be tough. But Credit Stealer Wayne is also 8 out of 10 for SMV because he looks black and is tall. So therefore, it's not really that much game. It's like 4 out of 10 game, 8 out of 10 SMV, 1 out of 10 money. You know, it's just how it is. That's why they don't have any Asians or Indian testimonials, except one of each. If there's more of each, at the time they didn't have it. Now he's begging for testimonials. Okay, whatever, I don't care. Right? So that's just how it is. John Wayne at the company had 99% of the testimonials. You can see on my fucking website. I want you guys to read my blog on a daily basis. Having said that, let's continue this article. So how you get her inside the room or inside the apartment? Because what are your thoughts on fasting? 100% you have to fast. For me, I'm a little bit chubby, but I used to intermittent fast all the time. In order to get that pretty boy look, K-pop, I had to fast. I'm a little bit chubbier now, so it's a little bit different. Intermittent fasting, as if your life depended on it. You want to cut and you want to show like the muscle mass. You want to show the women can see the lean jawline and they see it as a sign of health. 100% intermittent fast. So people, they work out and stuff before my boot camps, but in the last 3 weeks, if you don't fucking intermittent fast in the last 3 weeks, I'll fucking yell at you, you fat fucking pigs. That's just the truth. That's how they get laid on the boot camps. They work out like crazy, they get a little bit chubby, and they fucking intermittent fast. Sorry, but you know, this is the fucking truth. Even my Pakistani mentor is a little bit chubby. So a little bit. So in some ways, it's not always the body fat that automatically determines everything. He's a natural. But you lose the fucking fat, and I'm going to start intermittent fasting even more. So I just want to gain some back muscles. So having said that, how you get her into the fucking room is very simple. You're going to maneuver her. You don't have to do the romantic sexual connection as much. That's bullshit. We just use the sexual connection in Europe. The sexual connection. So, for example, let's just say this remote controller is a fidget spinner. Let's say this is the remote controller. This is the apartment, and this is you. You don't see the pull like the fucking high lay counts guy and get her inside. She will never walk inside in Eastern Europe. So you moving her together closer and closer and closer. And then you say, my place is over there, and you just keep talking. Blah, 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 like an autistic fuck. So now you keep talking. Anyways, I was like saying I was actually born in Vancouver. I came over to Europe at a certain time, and then she keeps walking there, blah, blah, blah. And then when I came in here, blah, 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 I walk upstairs. And then blah, 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 blah. You know, the thing is, Eastern European women are always like about this and that. And I think I've noticed this. Until you get the fucking key into the fucking door. Until you get the motherfucking key, okay, into the motherfucking door. Then you shut the fuck up. Then you shut the fuck up. Being muscular and lean, does it help in Daygame? Hey, Dark Lord, how about you actually watch my fucking video? The one on looks, money, and status. Stop being a cunt. You want to be educated? Then go watch that fucking video. That's the real truth. Most of these looks maxing guys are mental cells. They're autistic. Fuck you guys. So, looks max raid. Okay, then I'll fucking get rid of you. Try raid my fucking... Go ahead and try raid, you fucking autistic fucks. You fucking, you know, the problem is that you guys are autistic. So anyways, let's continue. So once you get her in the place, right, it's easier. So now she's in the room. You got to build some comfort. But since credit stealer Wayne does not know how to deal with objections, I'm more of the technical guy. I'm the objections dealer guy. He'll be depending on alcohol. So he's going to try to get her drunk as humanly possible. This is actually, I have to give credit to him. This is a good idea. Basically, he'll keep talking until she walks into the place. He came up with the idea, not me. And this works really, really well in Europe. It also works here too. But I've improved certain aspects of the game because she needs to trust you. Sometimes I'll say, listen, you got my phone number, right? If I do anything you don't like, you can call the cops. So I added more to the system. Or here's my ID. If I do something you don't like, go to the cops, but give it back to me when you're inside the room, inside my place. And she'll walk in the door. But credit stealer Wayne create idea that if you keep talking to her, plowing, you can walk her inside the room. So for him, his mentality is that he's not like, there's no social skills. It's just a bunch of lines that he remembers like a robot. But for me, I'm more of the natural kind of guy. So I'm more of a verbal guy. So it's a good idea. It works. I would say I have to give credit. This is the only one of the few pieces that works universally for everyone. But in case you're stuck, then my objections dealing, like here's my fucking ID, right? I can't show it because I'm old as fuck. But my students, they show it. They'll be like, here's my ID. If I do anything you don't like, then you can just fucking go to the cops. You guys could steal that line. Give me a thumbs up and get Elite 30 from hard case to hero. Stop being a cunt. Incels, they have no social skills. This is the course they need. Unfortunately, that you guys don't even know how to socialize because you're robots. Always looking for your streams. Thanks for streaming, John. No problem. It also increases cortisol and whatever. Yeah, cortisol is basically a stress hormone, and testosterone is the opposite. So once you get all the people inside your place, and I'm giving away some big fucking secrets here. I'm glad I can see a lot of thumbs up. I decide to reveal the game. So basically, credit stealer Wayne does not know how to deal with objections. So it is kind of rapey, the amount of alcohol we buy. Seriously, we buy everything from Jack Daniels to champagne to fucking everything we can find, vodka. And I would make a video about systematic rape because in Eastern Europe, you can get away with shit like that. If you try that shit in North America, 1 in every 10 women will call out rape. So be natural. Natural is like a social skills. They have a good emotional intelligence. They're happy, fun, carefree. But they're very good with the social intelligence that these incels do not understand. So incels are fucked up because of their physique. Do you think you're asking stupid fucking questions, Dark Lord? You must be a stupid fucking person. Just buy Elite 30 from hard case to hero. You're probably socially retarded, dude. So now we get them into the bedroom, right? We try to get them as drunk as humanly possible. And this is the secret of what we've done. And I take no part in case that any of this stuff seems like rapey. This is not my style of game. My students do not use alcohol. And in the past, I've never used alcohol for my game, or I rarely use it. So if you see these bedroom escalation videos and they pass off as, great stuff, it's because most of you, like Dark Lord, are autistic Indians who are sociopathic, dumb fuck benchodes. Benchode Indians, what I call stupid fucking sheeps. Benchode Indians are the kind of guys they have a sociopathic eyes, they're rapey as fuck, from India, and they see this as normal game. They don't see this as a rapey. But basically, we'll flood the women with alcohol. We mix it with Pepsi. It makes it easier. So this is another game tactic. Give a thumbs up if you like it. I'm not supposed to reveal stuff like this, but I don't play this kind of game with alcohol. If you see bedroom emasculation videos of this, it's all full of a champagne glass. She's probably fucking pissed drunk because doesn't know how to deal with objections. So objections, maneuvering, and sexually seeding. So at this point, we get her drunk before we sexually seed. Like very drunk. I'm so drunk, I get drunk easily because I'm Asian. Sometimes I can't even get it up. Seriously, I can't even get it up because after one or two, right, I'm all red. It's like Asians have a gene that they cannot handle alcohol. I know it sounds fucked up, but Asians usually cannot handle much alcohol. I'll be knocked out faster than the girl. So I don't use alcohol in my game, usually, in most cases. I've played the game without it. As you can see, my infield, pulled 2 girls home. Bang one in the hostel, no alcohol involved. So I'm not a big alcohol. I like the concept, fuck alcohol. Yeah, fuck alcohol. Because you want to focus on 3 things in the game that can bypass alcohol. Like I said, number 1, maneuvering. You even need the escalation ladder. Number 2, objections dealing. Number 3, sexually seeding to the max. In the infield, when you saw me with a 2-girl infield, okay? And I banged one in the bathroom. I grabbed her hand and I put it on top of my dick. And I said, I blamed her for making me hard. And then she felt, more horny. So that's called extreme sexual seeding. Only Asians and Indians and stuff like that, you have to do something like that or it's not going to work. I know I'm reviewing a lot of tactics here. Too fucking bad. But this is my game. But this is Justin Wayne's game. I give credit for grabbing the hand and putting on top of the dick. It's just I have expanded this kind of game to many different areas, many sexualization to the max. So if you're an incel, like these dumb fucks, right, and you try to grab the girl and put your hand on your dick without an escalation ladder, a yes ladder, you will probably be arrested. So keep that in mind, you autistic fucks. It takes some kind of social calibrations. Incels, go kill yourselves, metaphorically speaking. So having said that, I always do something that sexually seeds it. So I don't need alcohol. And once I sexually seed it, then I deal with the objections. I loop it over and over. I don't care if I have to loop it for 10 minutes. I remember me and my old roommate, or a wingman, that Latino guy, he couldn't get over the objections, but I looped it for like close to 10 minutes until she says, yes, I'm ready to fuck. But before she wouldn't do it. So I'm more of like a Jordan Belfort kind of guy. Persuasive guy. I'm a technical guy. Enough objections dealing. She gave me like 3 objections. Blah, blah, is it ready? Like first day, I don't usually do this, that. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I just acknowledge and I loop it. After 3 of them, she says, okay, I'm down to fuck. But she would not fuck until, because she doesn't like to pee inside the people's apartment. She feels very nervous. And the old wingman was like, this is not Europe. This is Vancouver. Then she's like, I'm not going to fuck until I pee, right? I got to really pee. The guy's like, no, don't let her leave. I was like, dude, listen to my mental filter. She can't pee inside this place. She has to pee out there. She'll come back. I already dealt with the objections. It's handled. Trust my filter. And it's like, fine. We bring her out there to Tim Hortons. She pees. She comes back. Then she's down to fuck. And the rest is history. So objections dealing can overcome alcohol. If you see nonstop alcohol in every single objections dealing, it's more like, oh, fuck, John, like, we don't have alcohol. How are we going to close? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I've never used alcohol before. So it's a different escalation ladder. My one has 5 steps, a sexualization step, like Justin Wayne at the end. The other one only has 4. which is more romantic sexual, which is not necessary, especially in Europe. We never used it. It's the sexual connection that was used. But instead, the alcohol was replacing the objections dealing. So it's fucked up to have a lock inside the door too, so she cannot escape. But that's all I'm gonna say. That's fucked up. I would never do something like that. Even thought about getting a jammer so her cell phone doesn't work. That's fucked up. I was like, this is rapey as shit. I know. I'll make a video. That's an Indian filter. They're rapists in India. They don't fucking have any. This is like wrestling her in the bedroom. But in Europe, it worked. So basically, when he takes all the credit for it, he definitely did close the first girl and shared it with me. The other ones, we both kind of approached too. So it's like a teamwork. A Batman Superman game. We passed it back and forth at the time. Now, I have all the infields anyways. I record on my cell phone. But I don't want to reveal the location that we're at. So I'm not going to show them. But you'll see both of us actually doing the game. And I guess the only 3 reasons why anyone would take credit for even my Asian testimonials and Indians and the 402 laid and pool testimonials is because they don't have that much. Even if they had some immersion students laid or some boot camps after, I was in Europe, they got a different filter. The thing is that for the Batman Superman game, stop stealing credit. I remember was the first one to close this fat ugly girl. Like she's kind of chubbier. She's just eating but I closed first and I passed it off. And also another blonde in, Prague. Let's not talk about what happened at the very end. I'm not going to reveal it. But you fucking you did something. It was caught on camera. Envy. If you want to retire rich like RSD Max, and you want to retire, I get it. Want to retire rich like RSD Max, make a lot of money, and be famous. You can't do that when Justin Wayne has more girlfriends, or Johnny Wayne or Johnny Elite, no longer a Wayne. I'm not subjected to the Wayne stuff. I don't need to post any more nonstop bedroom emasculation videos. I don't, because I'm no longer a Wayne. I can even start to show new infields. Maybe I should start showing some more Insta-date infields or stuff. I'm not obligated to be a Wayne anymore. I'm just, I think I'll just kind of cut the infields and just post them all. All of them. Tons of them. Because you know what? The bedroom emasculation stuff is rapey as fuck, and I'm not obligated. I'm really not. I'm no longer part of that company. So hope that makes sense. If there's alcohol involved, there's probably some kind of rape, but or a rapey kind of thing that will get you in trouble in North America 1 in every 10. So, well, JP, I don't know how effective the technique is considering it doesn't study your system. Keep going with these kind of live streams. They're great. Okay, no problem. How about both of you, JP? I'll give you permission that if you and your brother, you buy the playbook together or Elite 30 for $600, you guys can both watch the product under that. You guys can both watch the product. $600 fucking dollars, guys. Now you can learn the whole emotional intelligence, the game, social calibrations, and social skills all in one. $600, and you get 5 fucking Skypes. You get to use my filter. I can watch your infields and fix all the issues at once. It's the best fucking deal in the world. It's raining a lot now. It's in the fall. However, this is the Batman Superman game. And I've been studying a little bit about marketing. I bought this book called Influence. I realized every single tactic that he uses, showing nonstop infields and getting people to email list. People who go into my email list for a free product for Asian men. I made a free product. It's on the top right of the thing. I have the videos. It's all filmed. I just need to cut it. You probably never got any bedroom escalation videos, but you're stuck on the email list of his. Too bad. It's called reciprocation. I've learned it in here. If you reciprocate, you give some kind of value. Like right now, he's just begging for testimonials. If you give some kind of value, he's kind of like, oh, if you got laid, give me a Skype or something. I'll give you free Skype. He's just basically saying, please make me a testimonial. There's going to be nobody who's going to actually show up. That's fucking hilarious. You know how many testimonials I haven't posted yet? I've only posted half the video ones. I haven't even posted the screenshots. It's gonna be scary on YouTube when you see John Elite get like 402 late pool testimonials, and there's another 10 more video ones that you guys haven't fucking seen. In the infield, you haven't seen the boot camp clips. It's gonna be scary. The reason why I didn't post the boot camp clips, because Credit Stealer Wayne would take all the credit and say it's his Daygame system. No, it's not his fucking Daygame system. He doesn't even know what the fuck I teach. So, European women need an excuse to get laid. Alcohol does that. It's not rapey, considering night game 2 alcohol is involved. Okay, so it's not rapey, they need an excuse, and you can say that. Yeah, that's true. But when you're wrestling the women in the bedroom, right, that's different. Are you guys, night game, they're down to fuck because in a nightclub, it's a social convention. So that's my counter argument. Night game, they're down to fuck just like Tinder is. So alcohol is a perfect excuse. But day game, they're not down to fuck. This is like a social situation and trying to convert her. And when you run out of ideas on how to close and you can't deal with objections or you don't even see that part of the game, use alcohol. It's not just an excuse. It's more like there's not enough comfort. If you have to wrestle her in the bedroom, she's obviously not seduced. And that's the thing you don't see in your filter, Dark Lord, because you're Indian. You're so creepy. You have no social skills. When the women are not seduced and you're wrestling with them and trying to get them drunk, they're obviously not converted yet. This is what they call rape. And because I'll bring up another point, my third counterpoint. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. Okay? If you're a taller, stronger guy and you're a black-looking dude, she's going to drink more alcohol because now she's thinking, fuck, I can't get out of this. I'm stuck here in this room. It's locked. What am I supposed to do? Well, might as well drink more alcohol and just fucking, might as well submit and just get it over with. So what is Stockholm Syndrome? Because you're stupid. Google, what is Stockholm Syndrome?
Here's the definition of Stockholm Syndrome. Feelings of trust or affection felt in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taking by a victim toward a captor.
Okay, so feelings of trust or affection felt in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taking by a victim towards a captor. So basically what happens is that if you're big and strong and you wrestle her down a little bit and you make her submit, that's what I was taught, to submit. So quite a bit. Girls fear to get drunk with me. So if that's how you do it in Europe, you can get another point, number 4. You can get away with this in Europe. Because it's Eastern European countries, they have very lax laws. If you try to do that in the United States, 1 in every 10 or 11 will call out rape. So that's what you don't see, Dark Lord. So as he said, feelings of trust, affection, in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taking by a victim towards a captor. I think that's what happens to a lot of the women. At first, they're kind of like forced a little bit wrestled down. And then later on, they sort of submit. When they submit, they take the side of the captor. It's a very smart idea, but it doesn't mean it's a very optimal. In my system in Vancouver, it's like the students, when they get laid, it's usually a pressure and release. So we don't just sit next to her and just start fucking molesting her. That's fucking rapey as shit. There's a physical distance. I can't teach you everything because that's in the boot camp. But you saw the bald guy. He also he did this pressure and release thing, but I'm not going to teach you physical pressure and release. This is a new concept. A lot of these concepts may be new to you guys because you guys don't know anything about the real game. The real game is hidden in public, right? The real game's hidden. I don't even teach you guys everything here. You guys think you're learning everything by taking on the value. You guys don't know shit compared to what I know about the game. I'm only teaching you close to like 15% of my actual filter. It's scary how much game. After 18 fucking years, I've seen every system, been taught by so many mentors. You have no idea what's in here. Like, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I mean, my fucking students, like, first approach, he closed after the airport. The bald guy. And he seduced. He did exactly everything I taught them. I also had another student who pulled like 20 times before. He was using the romantic sexual connection and trying to connect. He's an Asian guy. He was really pissed off. He went to 2 other boot camps. And then he took one Skype with me. So fine, I'll Skype you, I'll update you. And you got 2 lays, one online and one from bar. But it was the bedroom escalation he was talking about. He used fire style to go forward. I'll teach you more about the 5 personalities to go forward. But you also use a pressure release. And I don't mean physical pressure release. It's not like you sit next to her and you just start to talk about a different topic and then you go and attack topic. It's not also a Brazilian jiu-jitsu match. You don't wrestle her down until she submits. Because someone like me who's a little bit shorter, the girl is around my height, they're going to push me off. So it's not the same thing. You can't just use muscles to submit and get her drunk like shit. So this is a different style of game. So, hey, John, glad I've joined the live session. Absolutely. So are you field testing that outfit? You're going somewhere in secret. Don't respond. It is for the inner circle. Today, and this outfit's more for like, because the Joker movie's coming out, I'm trying to look more like a Batman, like a Bruce Wayne. I'll edit that in the thumbnails. So, and today we're talking about Batman Superman game, where 2 superheroes go fight crime or try to bang a woman. And this is the secret. This is how it's done. So guys, I say in the North America, you gotta be careful with Batman Superman game. Do not use just alcohol. You can use a little bit, but make sure you use half of whatever we used in Europe. So just use half, mix it with Pepsi. That's what we done. Very smart idea because she gets more drunk. But objections dealing is something that can take care of the other half of the alcohol that you're not using. So she can use the alcohol as an excuse. Plausible deniability. If you're using like double alcohol, right? We've seen other dating coaches who've gotten in trouble, especially efficient pickup, which is like 2 guys raping a drunk woman. In high lay counts guy or a self-proclaimed high lay counts guy, it's like related to that company. He says he has nothing to do with it, but it's the same fucking filter. It's the same fucking filter. Let's see. Hey, I think that's enough. Don't need no. I want to have a good name. Don't need no game. I think. It's not really about game. It's a game of value, guys. Just get 20 out of 35. Look at my looks money stats video. LMS plus game. As long as you can get 20 out of 35, if you're a fat, chubby, 5'7" Asian guy, you can get that through status, through the social circles, lifestyle and shit like that. You can have a lot of female pre-selected, fucking females around you. As wing girls, you don't have the looks, that's fine. 1 out of 10. Then you can be more chilled and have perfect social skills. Social skills that PUAs do not understand, or incels. Because you guys are socially retarded. Most of you have Asperger's syndrome. That's why I made Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero. Get that fucking product. Stop being cunts. I'm going to put a link to Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero. But that's how it is. So in case you see me in Europe and stuff, in reality, one country, I made a lot of approaches. The first week, I was really rusty. The rest of the countries, I've only ever made like 1 or 2 approaches to, and pull women home. And then once we got the infield, it's like, okay, we got it. So, at least the trip is worth it. So I don't make that many approaches in Europe. For me, my game is so efficient. I can get her in the bedroom and just fucking 1 or 2 approaches. So the other guy would take a few more, but it's okay. Sometimes the only thing that you've seen that 1 shot, 1 kill from him, it's usually from a certain country we're not supposed to mention. But it's okay. I'm not going to mention it. I'm not here to hurt the business. If you want to train under him, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. It's your fucking free will. It's just I disagree. I don't teach the same game. And this is the Batman Superman game, guys. I hope you guys learn a lot. So now that you should take a notepad and write down all the steps. And make sure your wingman is not creepy. That's all I'm saying. Does not look like a typical negative stereotype Indian or Asian guy. And if you got a white wingman and you get him dressing decently, it's even easier. 2 guys on 1 girl. Oh yeah, and this is the thing though about the bedroom. Only 1 person can close the girl. Most women would not want to be closed by 2 guys because they think it's emotional. 2 guys, one of them is drilling them from the fucking front of the mouth while the other guy's fucking her in the ass. It's like that's too much for the women. So they can only handle 1 guy at a time. So whoever can close is whoever she likes more. A lot of times they like the other guy more because more muscular and stuff like that. He'll close easier. Sometimes the girl, if she's into K-pop or that kind of pretty boy Asian. I remember one like a little bit chubbier. She says like, you're beautiful, but you're not handsome. Like you're a pretty boy, but you're not handsome. Whatever. But she liked that, so that worked. And yeah, I'll be posting another infield, but not related to this Batman Superman game. It's just me by myself. I just left her in a boot camp from the 40-year-old virgin guy that they make him seem like a fucking mutant, like the ugliest looking guy in the world. That guy's like fucking 8 out of 10 Elvis Presley looking Latino. He's just a little bit chubby and wrinkly, but he's more handsome than most dating coaches. 8 out of 10. Tall, handsome, my fashion suits, everything. Fucking Rolex too. I'm not wearing Rolex, but he was wearing Rolex like I suggested. He got laid. That boot camp's not posted, but whatever. It's like, what the fuck? 8 out of 10. Latino. Cover his face, makes him look like a fucking mutant. He's not. He's not. So I'm not here to just get tall, whites, blacks, and Latino guys laid. If you want that, go somewhere else. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to get everyone else laid, including short Asians, short Indians. You don't see a lot of short Indian testimonials or any testimonials for Indians except for a tall, New Zealand, British fucking accent guy. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Yet John has nonstop Indian testimonials, and you guys don't understand why. Because Indians can look like many races. Blacks looks like blacks, and whites look like whites. But Indians are the only ones who can look Indian, whitewash Indian, Latinos with lighter skin like my roommate, or blacks. So therefore, Indians have not just one SMV, which is 2 out of 10. That's negative stereotype. They have different types depending on how they dress. If you can look at different race, your accent doesn't matter. Your accent doesn't matter. Because if you look like a Latino guy, like my old roommate, he's a light-skinned guy. He's a good-looking guy, too. He's in Mexico right now. And if you look like a Latino, you're treated like a Latino. If John looks like he's 23 or something years old, and I tell her I'm much older, this is my real age. She's like, fuck you. You're early 20s. Don't lie to me. There's no way you're older than 24. Max. Okay, fine, whatever. I got gray hairs everywhere. What you look like is your fucking SMV. If you guys get it, give it a thumbs up. Let's see. How do I get them off my... How do you teach game in social circle? An Indian student was using Instagram for social circle. So he's in India. He's the next testimonial I was going to post. It's just that right now, I don't know if it's rating or not, but there's not that many testimonials. There's a lot of testimonials, but the more testimonials I post, the more you're taking for granted, and the more credit stealer Wayne will try to steal credit for them, even though we don't teach the same fucking game. In Europe, in London, it's like whenever I was teaching my version of the game, everyone had to write down 2 different versions. Credit stealer Wayne was rolling his eyes the whole way. Then the students started getting some kind of results. So it's like, oh shit, John actually is. And when I came back from Europe, all the students poor got laid. So not a problem. Even before then, same shit. 97% of my students have poor got laid. They all are required to use my haircut that I make them use, and also my fashion and my game and my social skills and all of the technologies that most of the other Waynes took credit too. Justin Wayne once took credit for my game when he was arguing with Charisma King on Facebook. And it's like, John Wayne's my student. I was like, Negro, please. I haven't trained under you, grandfather. I don't even know you. We never spoke. How fucking dare you kind of take credit for my... It's like, what the fuck? Like, nobody got results except instructors in the system. Even credit stealer Wayne got laid using London Daygame. He doesn't tell anyone. Except RSD got no results for RSD. Justin Wayne's game too, he can run the romantic sexual because the tall black guy is a positive stereotype. Fits in his boyfriend material. So this is romantic sexual thing. My students do not go like romantic or sexual. Let's be real here. Do you think your parents, when they're naturals and they met each other, they're doing some kind of romantic sexual? Oh, if you said this, I would have fallen in love with you. What the fuck? Oh, looking at your legs is just like, what the fuck? They're social skills, idiots. Social skills, morons. Social fucking skills. Idiots. Social skills, social calibrations. Stop being idiots. People don't even know what the fuck the game is. Elite 30 from hard case to hero is actually secretly the Bible to natural game. All the naturals already mastered Elite 30, all 30 pieces, 30-day challenge. And also all the naturals, like Elite 30 is so fucking amazing. It is the cure for cancer. I looked at the Asperger's syndrome chart, the 10 traits for, all the incels have it. All the incels have it. And I said, I'm gonna make the system the opposite. And think about it this way. Asian men, tiger parents. Asian Indians, the same type of fucking parents. Oh no, you gotta be doing well in school, right? Fuck you guys. You gotta do well in school. You can't socialize. You guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. The crazy narcissistic fucking parent. You all been through it. This is why Indians and Asians have no fucking social skills. So when credit stealer Wayne is saying, I'll teach you the right game, it's not the game. Game is like here. Game, emotional intelligence, which he's teaching. Emotions. You guys are creepy. You don't have any emotional intelligence. Most of the Asians have no fucking ability to connect. Social skills, social calibration, 50%. A little bit of the game. 75%. Done deal. This is how the students are polling. And the guy from India, he's polling like crazy. And then it's like in getting laid with the Instagram close to raise the value, social circle, get that into there. Hope that answered questions. This really ugly girl from my school crush everyone from their classmates are trying to force me to talk to her, but I don't like her at all. Yeah, the more you treat a woman that you don't like shit, the more she would chase you. So a lot of times when the guys are going after hotter women, right, you start treating them like on the pedestal. Hey, how's it going? You should actually, and you treat the women who are uglier, right? You treat her like shit. I don't want to talk to you. What if you switch them around? You treat the hotter women like shit, and the uglier one like on the pedestal, so you can push the uglier one away. Hope that answers your question. Treat her like on the pedestal, she'll run the fuck away from you. She'll be turned off. You treat her like shit, she's gonna chase you. Don't you fucking get it, guys? This is the personality of the game. I'll be talking about personalities in the future. I don't teach the same game as the other Waynes. And I'm no longer a Wayne. I no longer have to do all this fucking rapey bedroom masculinity shit. Maybe I'll just post more like infields, number closes, insta dates, polls, shit like that. Fuck all this, like, I don't need, I'm not under obligation anymore to. That way I can just make more videos without pressure and just, at least you guys can copy all my lines and body language and model after my game. It'd be way easier. That'd be cool. Let's see. It's a really high sub. How do I get her without making her look mean? I told you, you fucking be nice. You treat her like she's 9 out of 10. You put her on a pedestal. She'll run the fuck away as fast as humanly fucking possible from you. When you give ugly girls validation, just like all the guys on Tinder are swiping right, she's gonna feel so validated. And then she's gonna act like she's all that. And she's gonna leave you. Now she's gonna feel so powerful. That's the secret. Just treat her like the 9 out of 10. And treat the 9 out of 10 like a 4 out of 10. Problem solved. Problem fucking solved, guys. Like, holy shit, right? All this time, you've been treating her differently. She's gonna swipe left on all the losers who treat her the same fucking way. I think that the parents, they say that have good at school important because it increases. I think about it this way: if you have the parents that you say you have do good school, it doesn't increase your LMS. It increases the money aspect. Looks, money. So you'd be making more money, but you'd be killing on the right side. Looks, money, status, and game. Game has social skills and social calibrations. You cut off 25% of the fucking game, social skills, without it. So you're trading a little bit of social skills for more money. So you have a better job. But at the same time, you'd be socially retarded. And most of the guys who are Asians have no emotional intelligence. They can't like fucking flirt when they like talk about the feeling. They can actually talk about it in such a way that you can feel it. So they can't really flirt. They can't. All their flirts is a fucking poker face. Their face doesn't fucking move. Hey, look at your legs, right? Looks like you do yoga. You look flexible. I'm Asian. I'm Asian poker face. I can only raise my eyebrows because I'm a cunt. Like most Asian, no fucking connection. So their lack of emotional connection, their lack of social skills kills 50% of their game. So when they try to do creepy RSD shit, I'm going to grab you by the shoulders. I'm going to do this flash game. They're not gonna close, dude. Plus, they don't dress well. If your social skills is like you're socially retarded, you dress like a social retarded person with messy hair down here, like most Asian guys, and fucking baggy clothing. Idiots. How important is a car when you come to style? I have a cheap Toyota. It doesn't matter. Car, you can use it as a pole location. Just drive her to the fucking forest where no one can see you and bang. So you gotta think other things. You're not looking at the right things. If you have a nice watch and a shit car, you can compensate with money. So I don't know, a lot of you cunts have not watched the Looks Money Status video. I suggest you guys fucking watch it. It'll give you clarity. And I shouldn't make this too long because most of you don't have the attention spans. From now on, I want you to go back to all my old videos, get a fucking notebook, write down all the action steps, get laid. And when you get laid, right, you'll be like, oh, fuck, John's game is so powerful. 6 people here already got laid or more. I think 6 to 7 or something already got laid just by YouTube Live. And then they joined my coaching. So stop being cunts. I'm teaching you some real shit here. This is what leads to the 400 plus laid and pull testimonials that credit stealer Wayne will never have. My fucking filter, I'm telling you guys, this is the real fucking game. It doesn't sound politically correct. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I don't sound like the other dating coaches. They're after your fucking money. And everything I'm reading from here, I'll be teaching you guys all the steps in the book Influence. They actually the whole industry uses this as the playbook. If you read this book, you know how everyone's fucking you over. They all mentally have that Machiavellian filter. They're sociopaths. Fucking sociopathic, narcissistic, Machiavelli manipulator fucks. In every single, there's 6 steps in here. 6 concepts. All of them uses it they're all about the money. They're mercenaries. I'm just here to get students laid. Most of you guys don't even want to get laid. Most of you guys are after the treatment, not the cure. Most of you guys are after the mental masturbation. I can guarantee you, you're after the self-development. You're here to take action. You're not here to get your dick wet. This is a therapy because a lot of you are sociopathic as fuck and Asperger's like. That's why you go to RSD. That's why you go to all these big companies because you guys are Asperger's as fuck and you guys are sociopathic as fuck. Your self-esteem is so low, you dress like shit. Your ego is super high. You're like, John, I approached 2 fucking women. How do I close them? Because you're a fucking narcissist. You don't close 2 women, you dumb fuck. You don't have the social skills. You guys are just in it for mental masturbation. I'm John, I'm taking action. I can approach like a machine gun. I can approach like a machine gun. Look at me. What the fuck does that have to do with you getting laid? Pick the right ones, you dumb fucking idiots. Anyways. Sorry for my... Yes, you're right. How much does that book cost? $35 Canadian. But if you guys see this book, you'll know how all the dating coaches are fucking you over. So I just bought it right now. I'm reading it. And I'm very surprised. For example, the first chapter is called reciprocity or reciprocity. It means like if you give them something, they'll give you something back. I can't pronounce it. Reciprocity or something like that. If you give them something, they'll give you something back. It's like, oh, if you guys got laid, I'll give you a free Skype. It's like, oh yeah, I mean, it's like, if you put an email list, I'm going to give you a free bedroom masculation videos. But you never got it. You see that? RSD. If I keep giving you free bullshit, gold nugget advice that doesn't work, you're going to feel compelled to give me something back. I don't ask for anything from you. I give value. I give value. And I know the students, when they get laid nonstop, they're going to come and train with me. My students are really smart and they're enlightened. My students are different than you. They're not the dumb RSD sheep Ben-chode Indians. The Ben-chode, Papa Chode Indians. Guys are idiots. You guys are idiots. The Ben-chodes. The Mama Chodes. You guys don't know anything about the game. You just run to RSD, London Daygame, Justin Wayne, other Waynes. You guys are idiots. Because you have low self-esteem, you're narcissistic, sociopathic, rapey as fuck from Indian filter. And you see that as, oh, that's bad. You guys are idiots. You guys have no thoughts in your head. You guys cannot get laid under my training. The students who are completely sheeps are going to resist the training. The guys who can open their filter in their mind, because most of the time, people always say the same fucking thing. John, you are 100% right about everything. It's always the same thing. Everything I tell them in the game, they stop resisting, they do it, they always get laid. John, you're right. Fucking John, you're right. John, you're right. John, you're right. Of course I'm right. I have fucking 18 years in the game. I already field tested every system. All the way back from 2001. I was approaching a university at every single break. I already know. Every game style I know. So Google a stupid question. How do we become value givers? Stop looking like stinky value taker. Okay, that's a good question. The very first thing I want you guys to all do, this is some real fucking advice here. You guys are smart enough to listen. A lot of my students are very sociopathic as fuck. So basically there are 10 traits to a sociopath. Okay? One of them, some of them are opinions as facts. They have to win at all costs. No empathy, or no, they cannot love, they cannot ever blame themselves, and delusional. These are some of them. Okay? So they always have to feel like they're right. Their left brain will always feel like no matter what they think, it's always right. So how do I shut down the left brain, the sociopathic side, for my students? It's very simple. First of all, they all wear like this watch. This particular one is like $150,000 design. And what happens is, let me ask you guys a question. When you guys wear something like this, how do you feel? Do you feel like you deserve it? You'd be like, oh fuck, this is like expensive, right? If it's $150,000, I don't deserve it. So your self-esteem does not feel like you deserve it. Am I right? That's right. You guys know. And after a week, right, you start to feel like, you know what? Maybe I do deserve it. After a month. So your self-esteem raises. You dress nicer. You feel more confident. So every time you guys wear baggy clothing from India, like your older brother gave it to you, the work shirts from India, and you dress like with a messy hair, guess what's going to happen? Your self-esteem will go down, your ego goes up. So a credit stealer Wayne has so much fucking ego. When you dress like shit, like most of the Asians and Indians, their ego goes up. So when your ego goes up, you become deluded. This side is affected, like a tumor. Your parents are controlling narcissists, controlling narcissistic, psychopathic, or sociopathic manipulators. And then you go to RSD because now your brain's, oh, looks don't matter. You have all these opinions and facts. Because the ego is so fucking high now. Does your ego get more hurt when it's high? Of course it gets hurt. It gets hurt. And then when your ego gets hurt, right? You will just, every time Johnny Elite talks on YouTube Live and your ego gets hurt, you'd be like, fuck this guy. I'm gonna not watch his YouTube fucking live. But the thing is that when you raise your fucking self-esteem, John, you are right. That's right. Do lower SMV resent higher ones? Yeah, they do feel like there's an unfair advantage. So when you raise a self-esteem, for example, now the difference is that you start to see RSD, right, as bullshitters. You raise a self-esteem, you no longer just accept everything they say because RSD, yes or no? Do people in RSD actually try to comfort you? Do they speak like, hey guys, get this, right? Like, I'm RSD Tyler. I'm going to be motivational. RSD Julian's going to be talking to you guys about, hey guys, this is Max here. Get this. I'm going to be very nice to your ego. I'm not going to hurt it. But get this. I'm going to say something very controversial. Hey guys, RSD Todd here. Yeah, adorable girl. So I'm going to tell you guys the truth about everything. Just comfort your ego. They're all about comforting your ego. Even credit stealer Wayne. Hey guys, I'm talking to you guys like you're a bunch of children because you guys are stupid and I want to be rich and famous like RSD Max. Therefore, I'm just going to look like a fucking crazy fuck to hypnotize you. And then you're going to brainwash you because I'm going to affect the logical side and the emotions. Who the fuck talks like that? Don't you guys get it? Why are they trying to comfort you? Why are they all trying to comfort you? Yes. Why is the tonality trying to comfort you? All of them. JT Trend. Everyone who has to make money and wants to have something to gain will comfort you. The guys who are like me, who just tell you the fucking truth like Dan Pena, I don't give a fuck how comforted you are. I'm going to change your fucking filter and tell you guys the fucking motherfucking truth. And whenever you get triggered, when I say fuck, motherfucking cunt, bitch, faggot, right? All this shit. When you guys get triggered, you drop off. I can see the number will drop off because the low self-esteem. In the first, think about this way. See, somebody dropped off right now. 7 to 6. You see that? Is that, don't you see that? That just happened right in front of you. Because they got triggered. Why did they get triggered? If your parents are narcissistic and yelling at you for the first 7 years of your life, a lot of your life in the first 7 years you get programmed. Am I right? After 7 years, it's like the valve opens and the valve closes. If your parents are constantly yelling at you, do you get into the fight or flight syndrome? Like, oh, fuck, I want to run away. They're yelling at me. Yes. Am I right? So what happens is you get conditioned. Is that right? So every time you hear the word fuck, cunt, bitch, when your mom's yelling at your dad, what happens? You freeze up. Like you get triggered like a snowflake. You think RSD, let me ask you a better question. You think Craig Steeler, Wayne, or RSD, you think they ever try to trigger you ever? JT Trend? Nobody tries to trigger you because they're all marketers. They know your ego is low. They know your ego is high. They cannot attack your ego, and your self-esteem is low. So they talk to you like you're kids and stuff. Like they treat PUAs like they're a lesser species. Hey guys, I just want to tell you, this is JT Tran here. And the most important thing is that do Asian men get white women? It's all about not hurting your ego. This is why I could be the richest PUA dating coach in the whole planet Earth because I have the most student results. If you guys get this, give it a thumbs up. Instead, I'm telling you guys the fucking truth. I'm shattering your fucking ego. I don't give a fuck about your... If you got low self-esteem, you will not get laid. You might as well just go to Credit Stealer Wayne and just give him business. I don't give a fuck. Give him business for me. If you guys are resistant and you get triggered, you're not going to get laid. My students are the ones who knows that race matters, looks matters. See, because their brain is working. It's because their self-esteem is higher. It's because they see something's wrong with the fucking world. So how can you get rid of that? There's a video I have called How to Raise Your Self-Esteem. Watch that. Go back to all my old videos. Get a watch first, exactly the same as mine. Do not pick any other brands. Rolexes, this, that. So you can feel the value. I don't give a fuck if you spend $300 on the watch that she thinks you got from a convenience store for 30 bucks. No, you get the fucking watches that are the most famous that celebrities wear. Rolexes, Audemars Piguets. This one's like, called, fuck, I forgot. AP, and this one's called Philippe Patek Nautilus. That raises your self-esteem a lot. And dress in blazers. Go to Zara. And then all of a sudden, everything I'm saying, right? It's like, wait, John was not triggering me anymore. Am I right? John's not triggering me. John was telling me the truth all along about the game. Holy shit. How come I couldn't see that before? I was so sociopathic and shit because I was dressed like shit. And my self-esteem was so low. My ego was so high. I can't see past it. All the dating coaches who didn't try to trigger my ego was the one who got all my money out of their fucking bank account. You guys get it now? Why do you think Justin Wayne was so nice to you guys? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. He's wearing a mask. And then what happens afterwards when he takes off his mask? Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, whatever. That's his real side. And his business plummeted. People don't want the truth. They don't want to get laid. They want mental masturbation. If you want to get laid, get Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero. I have every right to plug the program. It is my duty to get Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero into everyone's fucking hands so you can do the 30-day challenge and fix your goddamn fucking social skills. Most dating coaches teach the same concept like confidence. Let me ask you a question, MJ. Does it equal the same results? Have they ever cracked 400? Laid and pull testimonials together. Every dating coach, if you just look at their laid and pull testimonials, have any of them, if you combine every testimonial, is there more than 400? Why? How come do other dating coaches, do they talk like me? Give a thumbs up if you guys get this. No, they don't talk like me. Why? Is it because of the money? Yes. Do they sugarcoat it? Are they trying not to attack your ego? Do they know that you're narcissistic and you have high ego and low self-esteem? Isn't this easier to get you into their funnel? And if they get you in the funnel, do you guys understand my point? So how can you counter all this? I teach you all how to dress well, how to raise your self-esteem. All of you will see all the dating coaches as scammers as they really are, that they're mercenaries. And you wake up, you'll be like, fuck, John's like, right. Wait a minute, John, when you raise your self-esteem, it's like, fuck, John was on our side all this time. John was your best friend. I was in a fucking nightmare of delusions, sociopathic delusions. I thought John was an asshole because of his personality. John has a good character. What the fuck? How come I can't see that before? Hope you guys get it. You guys don't get it because you're not giving me thumbs up. Anyways, I'm going to go. I'm going to put a link to Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero. I'll feel very bad if you guys don't get it because you guys are not high enough fucking self-esteem. There's no other way. If you look at me versus the other dating coaches, they're all teaching you game. Is that right? Game. Who's teaching social skills or social calibrations? Who are teaching? Nobody. Look at the Asians. They call it verbals. I'm teaching verbals. They don't even know what social skills is. They just call it verbals, verbal exercises. What the fuck? They have no idea. Elite 30 is the biggest fucking game changer in the whole industry because Elite 30 will never go out of style. That could be 100 years or 1,000 years in the fucking future in a time machine. Guess what? Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero, the social skills will never disappear. They'll never disappear. No matter how much, the game will always change over the years. Tactics will have to change due to Instagram, validation, all that shit. But social skills will never change. I can go in a time machine 1,000 years in the past, right? You know, like when fucking Chinese people in Canada were using nitroglycerin and getting blown up to build caves in railroad trains. I can still use social skills then, or how long ago it is. How can you go back a couple of thousand years? Social skills is going to be there. And that's how your parents met. That's how your grandparents met. That's how your great-great-grandparents met. Social skills. And this is what's lacking in today's society because you guys are idiots. Be careful about sweet talkers. When someone talks sweetly, they're probably after something. It's also called sugarcoating. Have you guys noticed this? Let me ask you a question. If I talk about Berlin being the easiest place on earth, right? Did they try to pass off Berlin as the easiest place on earth? Or the hardest place, I mean? It's not. Isn't that what they call spin doctoring? If they try to say the accent matters, but all the women, from which country am I born? They have no idea. Are they spinning their accent as a negative stereotype? Are they trying to call themselves Indian, even though the woman doesn't know it? You guys see it? If everything is about spin doctoring or spin, it's bullshit. I can say whatever I want. You don't have to watch this YouTube channel if you don't want to. So if I say something about somebody else, you don't have to watch it. It's just my opinion. So Google, what is spin doctoring?
Here is some information about spin.
In public relations and politics, spin is a form of propaganda achieved through knowingly providing a biased interpretation of an event or campaigning to persuade the public opinion in favor or against some organization or public figure. So spin doctoring means like it's just according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, a person such a political aide responsible for ensuring the other interprets an event from a particular point of view. Isn't that the particular point of view is that, oh, I'm Indian, I have an accent, therefore all the women thinks I'm Indian, and therefore it's harder. Isn't that like a spin? What if women don't even know they're Indian and they never guessed it? And even if you don't look Indian, you look black, would the women still treat you like a fucking Indian? No, they'll treat you like a black person. They'll forget. Won't they forget over time? Maybe in the next 30 minutes. Won't women forget that I'm not like as young as I look with all the white hairs? Won't they just say, oh, wait a minute, you're not 24, John? Do you get what I'm saying, JC? Is your filter starting to open up now? If everything is a spin, right? Most likely, if Berlin's the easiest place and they're not living in Berlin and they're just passing off certain things as, oh yeah, I shared whatever with John. It's a Batman Superman game. It's a Batman Superman game. Aren't they taking all the credit for something when the two people are working together? When they try to claim my testimonials as theirs and I still work for the company, isn't that a spin? What kind of people spin things? Marketers, mercenaries. It's called sugar. Isn't it called sugarcoating, JC? Yes. See, somebody's texting me. All right. It's the end of the call. Yeah, you're right. You just realized that. You just stop watching anyone who's. Isn't it better to stop watching any dating coaches who are just trying to give you free gifts and also like free golden nuggets and people who are trying to appeal to your ego? I'm telling all of you. All the dating coaches who are sounding like they're sugarcoating things, they're trying to be nice to you so they don't trigger your ego. Shouldn't you stop watching those coaches, all of them, including JT Tran, including a fucking Credit Stealer Wayne? Unless you can watch it if you want to be brainwashed, or RSD. Think about all the coaches out there. So that makes sense. Think of all the coaches out there. Why the fuck would you want to? And also another thing that you can look for, if you look at their eyes and they have this sort of intense eyes, for all the dating coaches, you're going to get scammed. You're going to get ripped off. It's going to be all spin. They're master manipulators. They'll use it to, you see any coaches like this. I won't describe exactly what mental illness they have. It'll be like a cult. You see this kind of intense serial killer eyes. It puts the audience in a trance. Stop looking at the face. Stop looking at the smile. Cover it. Put your thumb over the cell phone. Put your thumb over the cell phone. And then it'll be like different. You got laid in boot camp. Maybe you got lucky. Was it day game or night game? Was it day game or night game? Night. Of course it's night game. Like I said, Kit. I told you the reason why it's night game. And I'm going to explain to you. I think we had a discussion about this because Kit is one of my potential students. He bought the bundle. But I said go to RSD first. You want to go RSD, you got laid, that's great. Night game. You know what? Let me ask you a question, Kit. ABCs of Attraction, Squat and Casanova. Do they have any day game testimonials? Yes or no? No. They usually don't. They think day game is almost impossible to get laid. So night game. So why did you get laid? Well, first of all, you're kind of using my fashion advice. So that raises the looks. But this is the real truth, Kit. Social skills, SC, okay? Social calibrations, emotions, in game and persuasion, okay? For night game, yes or no, are the women down to fuck? Answer is yes. Second of all, do you need social skills in night game? No, you don't. Do Asians have emotional connection? No, they don't, so they don't need emotions. Night game, you just need some body language, a little bit, and just a little bit of just filtering. Just keep approaching and you're close. It's just filtering your clothes. Does that make sense? In Daygame, right? When you try to do the same thing as Daygame, kid, one thing that's going to happen is that you need the social social skills, and you need the emotions too. You will need a different game. RSD is just basically self-amusement. Most of the time when RSD, they got students laid. Like when I have Asian students laid from RSD, they're usually around 5'11" or something. And those guys will get one lay after every single 2,000 approaches. An Indian guy who get laid after like 3,000 approaches or something, tall. So tall people will get laid faster because the looks, money, status. The height matters, as I said in the other video. So the game is not going to be adequate. For the shorter guys, they can go through a 2,000 approaches. They'll usually get no results in the RSD thing. It's just taking action. So they'll be working on the body language, everything, but the social skills is not there. That's why you see RSD do a lot of this Tyler sort of just grab her, lift her up, flash game. But flash game is not close game. So I hope that makes sense to you. So it's not just you that got laid as an Asian from Night Game. Actually, most of the Asians in Vancouver, because you're also, they usually get laid from Night Game. Like when you look at Jan Lifestyle, for example, Scam Lifestyle. Scam is also like a tall, good-looking Asian guy teaching RSD shit. So Julian. So what happens is none of his students actually got laid in Daygame yet. It's all Night Game. Does that make sense? So isn't it true? JT Tran barely has Daygame testimonials of students laid. Same with Squat and Casanova and Jan Lifestyle. Why do you think that is? All the Asian dating coaches besides me are taller, but why do they not get Daygame laid testimonials? Because of this chart. Looks, money, status, and game. Looks. Won't a taller Asian like Jan, right, be like 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 in looks? Or 8.5? 8.5. So he'd be way higher because he's tall, good looking. Agree with the white student, 6 foot tall, got 2 laid in 3 days. I only got 1. Do you see my point? And this is not uncommon because I had a student who got 10 lays. Got 10 lays. He's also in one of my testimonials. If you look at the guy who got 10 lays, he actually runs all the events for RSD. So he tells me, John, you're right about RSD. They have no Daygame sort of laid students laid. He says, oh, is it Night Game? And he says, yes. And I say, is it tall white guys? Is it all tall white guys usually? So it's tall 6 foot white guy. You guys see the point here? Usually RSD doesn't get Daygame testimonials. And if they do, I think it's very rare. If they ever do, by accident, it's usually a tall white guy. Or a tall guy, tall. So that's how it works. This is why a lot of Asians do not work really well with RSD. And that's why Elite 30 was an important program that you have. So I would say go back to that. You're going to find, like, after Night Game, you're going to find Daygame a little bit hard. You're going to find Daygame extremely hard. Because once you have this RSD mentality, you're going to lose a lot of the emotional intelligence. You can't connect. You guys start thinking about, like, for you to get laid in Daygame, you got to think about closing same day lay. Or else you're not going to close. And if you're Asian, you cannot do the emotional intelligence. You might just have to pull as fast as you can, aggressively. I'll be talking about the 5 personalities in the future. Asians need to be more of a fire aggressive style. That's how you're going to close. In the social skills, you need to do the 30-day challenge. It's just going to be hard. You're going to go through a huge numbers game. You're going to do like 2,000 or 3,000 approaches, and you fuck an Asian girl because you're the same natural status. You're both 1 out of 10. So that's what's going to happen because where you're living right now. So we join your boot camp when I come back from LA and Las Vegas for sure. Also, kid, do you remember that other guy, the last boot camp student? You saw the tall bald guy, right? He got 2 same day lays. He got 1 in Las Vegas with an 8 out of 10 Canadian girl. He was wearing the same fucking fashion to raise the looks because he didn't have the hair. He was wearing a blazer, as you can see. The same fucking watches too, exactly. This Versace shoes. Quite a bit, young Blizzard. Like more than you realize for someone like me. And also slayed a lot of the hotter, younger. I've slayed a lot of girls who are like taller than me. Teenagers too. And fucking like way hotter. So it's not just quantity, I also have quality. I'm the only one who bypassed the quality thing. Most dating coaches, they get equal or below their SMV scale. So probably the only one who can get above my SMV scale. I'm like 6 out of 10 in looks, 5'7", but you will see me slay hotter women and taller. And I'll post more infields very soon. So yeah, I have an okay lay count. I'm sure other day game coaches have higher, a few hundred, but yeah, I got over a certain line and everything. That's fine, good enough for the coach. But I'll be going to other countries later on traveling, so I'm going to boost even the lay count further to try to hit the 200 mark. But in the future, I'm going to go to like Thailand. I'm going to go to Prague. I'm going to go to easier places like Poland and Ukraine. So I'm going to add to the lay counts. Doesn't mean I have to film all of them. I don't. I just want to do it for myself. But I'm going to try to pad the lay count even further. So, yeah. And also another thing is that, when I heard about the 200 lay counts a year or something, it's just to counter Thai lay counts, guys. It's just spin. That's why I think. I could be wrong. I doubt it. So having said that, yeah, I have banged some really tall, hot women, and I'll post them all. You see a lot of different varieties. I'll fuck many different races, many different types, many different, yeah. So having said that, you get the point, Kit. So the other guy, he bangs in Las Vegas. He bangs a hot one because Las Vegas is more down to fuck. It's a good place to practice your day game. You might close there if you go for same day lays. In Vancouver, it's harder, but in YRV Airport, the tall Asian guy, he banged like a fucking. It's okay looking white woman because he's taller. It's easier, more value. But in the very first approach kit, the next bootcamp student before him, that student got 3 lays on the bootcamp. The one before him pulled twice on the bootcamp. So it's kind of like that. They're Asians too. The guy before him, he got like a blowjob in LA, and then he had to fly over back home to the United States. It's like most of them are just like laser pulls or something. Some of them even get laid after the boot camp or before when they're training. 97% of the students have pulled or gotten laid on my boot camp. 97. 3 people did not. So who were the 3 people who did not get laid on the boot camp? The first one is a short black guy. So when I teach you guys how short black guys, right? I say it's harder because they don't have to protect their stats or pre-selection. Don't you guys get it? Short black guys are treated like Asian guys, less value. Does that make sense? Without the height and muscles, doesn't height and muscles matter? So for him, he was unable to transition. It's almost like he's Asperger's. It was in the rain too, around this time. The other 2 students were Asians, especially the kid. They're Asians with no social skills. They can barely keep up a conversation. That means they cannot pass the transition. The open transition, they got run out of things to say. And they have like, one guy has a really fucked up emotional intelligence. He's always depressed. So 3 people did not get laid. The rest got laid or pulled. On the boot camp, you'll find that I'm the toughest coach in the world. It's like a military boot camp. You'll do squats if you fuck up, and I'll be yelling at you. So you gotta get used to that. You gotta get used to that. And your goal is to pull or get laid. You're trying to close the deal. So that's my boot camp. I have a different mindset. It's not night game. That's why I don't teach night game, Kit. I don't teach night game. I will never teach night game because night game is easier. And I figure if the Asians are getting laid in night game, it's like a loophole because you don't need social skills and you don't need emotional intelligence. You just need to filter. I figure, how are Asians going to be visible to the world, right? That's why I don't like JT Trend shit. I'm going to stop this video. I feel like this is getting too long now. 1 hour and 30 minutes. But I hope you guys learn a lot from the wingman ship game. It works very well in Daygame. So, anyways. If you guys like it, get Elite 30 from hard case to hero. And for you, Kit, get back to the 30 challenge. It's going to make everything easier. A lot of my students, they invest that 30 days. They don't know why. They're saying, okay, I don't understand what Elite 30 is. And also remember the Latino guy you saw on my website. He just contacted me yesterday. My 17-year-old student, before he took the boot camp, he started to I forced him to do the 30-day challenge. He was practically retarded when it comes to social skills. He went out there in Vancouver for 6 months in a row, and he got rejected every single time. So before the boot camp, I said, your social skills is shit. Go do the 30-day challenge. You probably get laid by day 12 or something. And he did. Somewhere like day 10 or something. He got a blowjob from an older married woman, and he's 17. She's Asian. So whatever. I told him to dye his hair, change it to brown. If you change it to brown, you no longer look Latino. You look white or half white because you're light skinned. You guys see do you guys get it? When I talk about if you look at a certain race, you be treated like a certain race. Later on, he's same day late in high school. High school. That's how he met his girlfriend. He did a same day late. He drove her from school all the way back and fucked her. And he was angry at me. He's like, John, all this time, you didn't teach me like the game. You taught me mostly social skills in Elite 30. I was like, dumbass motherfucker, this is the real game. Your parents met because of social skills, social calibrations, lifestyle. I fixed all these other things. And on Instagram, me, him, and all these other people were wearing suits. We were dressed like millionaires. We're dressed like millionaires. So we're all dressed rich as fuck. What happened with that is because we're all dressed rich, his girlfriend saw it. They saw the husband material. And then she's like, fuck, this guy's like on this purpose. This guy's gonna go places. He's only 17. And when they fucked, they become in a relationship. So I'm just telling you, like, fucking wait until all the bootcamp clips are out there. I finally hired another person doing video editing. One is doing all the censoring. The other guy's gonna be doing like more of the bootcamp clips. Holy fuck, I will flood my YouTube with so many bootcamp late and full testimonials. You're gonna think like, holy fuck, what the fuck is John teaching that's working so well? And the testimonials right now, the video ones, I've only posted half. Wait until I post the screenshot ones, it's gonna be scarier. So that's all I gotta say for today. That's too long. For the guys that are still here, I want to say thank you for all the fans and all the people that are opening their mind. You have to assume that there's 402 late and full testimonials. Everything I'm teaching you here, right? Don't you think is probably more accurate than the fucking spin and bullshit shit that people tell you? And Asians, can they get laid in night game? Yeah, they can. So wingman ship game. Find a wingman, kid. Find like a white guy, like a tall white guy in that area that you're living. I won't tell. You're gonna find it easier to close when you have a tall white wingman. Somebody with some social skills and decently dressed. Just go for same day LAs, and you guys will close more. You can borrow his SMV. You can borrow his fucking SMV. Make sure he's not autistic, and you'll be fine. So, but other than that, looking forward to teaching you on the bootcamp clips. When there's a decent weather and everything, yeah, you're probably gonna get laid. Just prepare for the squats and shit, and just do exactly what I say. It may sound kind of like in the beginning, you might feel a little bit of narcissism as an Asian guy, like a little bit resistant. But then afterwards, I break down the ego. And once you do exactly everything I say, you notice the game will go upwards, up. It'll be linear. And then once all the issues are fixed, the social skills issues are fixed, the game issues, the polling. Once all the pieces are fixed, I always call it level 1, level 2, and level 3 issues. The level 1 is the easier issues to fix. Body language, shit like that. Level 2 is more like mindsets, more like polling strategies. Level 3 is like bedroom, more harder things. Once they're all fixed, all the plumbing is fixed. Everything flows. Most naturals and stuff with high value lifestyle, all the shit flows really, really well. They almost have nothing blocking their way to get the results. So if there's some kind of blockage, but always raise your value and everything. So that's all I gotta say for today. Thank you guys for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you on the next. And just like him, get the elite bundle. Elite bundle. Don't just do it in night game, do it in day game too. Because my last student, who texted me, got laid after I made a few changes to his game. After he's like took a few other coaches' game. This Asian guy just contacted me. He got 2 lays, one online and one night game, but he did it through like fucking bedroom masculation. He changed things. Don't play the rapey game. Don't play the excessive alcohol rapey game either. That's not my game. I don't teach that shit. Johnny Lee out, signing out. Peace.